what is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next? I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 120,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey, so hit subscribe and join the fam. And also, guys, go follow me on all of my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. And as you guys know, I have a Facebook account, so you can add me on Facebook, and we can be Facebook friends, so go do that. Link is in the description. And finally, be sure to turn on the notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you. But what is going on, guys? Welcome back, and today we are doing another scary Christmas story. And since we're on day 2 of the Christmas story week, you know, the run up to Christmas, and I'm doing one story for each day of this week until Christmas. So today we're doing a pretty cool story. I could have sworn I've read this before. I might have even done it on my channel before, but it sounds very familiar. However, it is a good story, and today we're doing it again. So this scary story is called Carol Singers. And the story of Carol Singers is a scary story for Christmas about a kid whose father and grandfather go from door to door begging for money. It is based on an old horror story by Bernard Capes called The Vanishing House. Whew, houses that vanish, so scary! But enough of the jibber jabber, let's get right over to the story. The Carol Singers. My grandfather was a drunk, and my father was a drunk. But I never touched a drop. And there's a reason for that. When I was young, times were hard, and I grew up poor. My grandfather and my father never did an honest day's work in their lives. Granddad wasn't good for much, but he played the clarinet like an artist. He taught my father how to play the accordion. Every Christmas, they would gather a group of their friends and go from door to door, playing Christmas music, singing Christmas carols, and begging for money. Afterwards, they would all go down to the pub and spend it all on alcohol. One Christmas Eve, they brought me with them. I was too young to play an instrument, so they handed me a triangle and told me to strike it every now and then. The night was dark, the snow was falling, and a cold December wind cut through us like a knife. We kept our heads down and trudged through the snow and the sleet. Eventually, my grandfather stopped and said, "This looks like as good a place as any." We were outside a big mansion decorated with Christmas lights. My grandfather knocked on the front door, and we began to play some old Christmas carols. The door of the house swung open, and in the dim light, I saw a young woman standing there. She was holding a tray of glasses in her hands. With a smile, she picked up a glass and held it out, inviting one of the men to drink. My grandfather rubbed his hands together with glee and took the glass. Just then, I looked up, and in the window above, I saw a face peering out of the shadows. A face that was hideous beyond words. I looked back at the woman in the doorway, and her face was hideous too. Before I could stop him, my grandfather put the glass to his lips and knocked it back with one big gulp. "Oh dear," said the woman in an eerie, childish voice. "You've drunk blood, sir." With that, the door slammed shut. My grandfather stumbled backwards, and the glass fell from his hands. It shattered with a deafening crash, and he collapsed into the snow. I don't remember much after that. All I recall is waking up in the light of dawn and finding myself lying in the snow. The other men were lying all around me, just waking up themselves. My father got to his feet and rubbed his head. The woman had disappeared, and the house was boarded up and abandoned. All that was left was a dark red stain in the snow where the glass had broken. My grandfather lay there in the snow beside it, his face all purple and swollen. He was as dead as a doornail. We hurried back home that morning and called the police. They came and picked up my grandfather's body and brought it to the mortuary. My father told them what had happened, but they didn't believe a word of his tale. They said the house had been abandoned for over 100 years. After that night, my father was never the same man again. He never let another drop of alcohol touch his lips, and made sure I did the same. And that is the end of that. So hope you guys enjoyed this story. That was pretty terrifying. I couldn't really understand much of this story. I didn't really know what was going on besides they must have hallucinated these people. They must have or they were probably, I mean, they can't have all had the same hallucination. So that tells me they saw spirits. And I think that these spirits were some very I'm gonna say hateful people in the afterlife. They probably hated Christmas and hated anybody who celebrated Christmas and stuff like that. So these are dark, weird people that live in the shadows of some, crazy house in the middle of nowhere, that kind of thing, this big creepy mansion. That's what I imagine. And so they sort of, the grandfather and all the friends and everything, they saw the ghosts of this woman and this person, whoever the husband was, I guess, in the background. But why, I don't understand, how they, I mean, only, as far as I know, only the grandfather took the drink, and all it was blood. Even if I drank blood, I'm not gonna die from that. I might get sick and puke, but I'm not gonna die. So, I mean, unless it was poisoned, but I don't understand how every one of them all passed out at the same time. That's where I'm a little confused too. Maybe the grandfather didn't die because of the blood. He might have just died because he froze to death and he was older. He probably, didn't survive in the snow as long as the others did. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's not a true story, but I like analyzing these things. I like to, look at things and theorize things. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good story. But my question to all of you for question of the day is, what do you think of the story? What do you think happened? Do you think that the same theory as me? Do you think that, they were hallucinating the ghosts of these probably anti-Christmas people who were living in that house probably over 100 years ago? And they just felt the need to feed blood to somebody. I don't know. I can't really make sense of it. But let me know what you guys think. That is question of the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button down below, and let's see if we can go for 1,000,000 likes on this video. I would really appreciate that. And if you guys would like to help donate to Alexa Nicholas's GoFundMe to support her project, in which she has to fly to Ethiopia and stuff like that. She's doing this project. She's on part 2 right now. And she's got to raise $6,000. So if you guys would like to help out and donate, link is in the description. You can do that. And as for, I said, each donation that if you make a donation, the bigger the donation, the more of a reward you get back in return. So you get something out of it, say you donate $5 or something like that, you'll get a sent a signed picture and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. You get something for however much you donate. And if you can't donate but you would like to help out, take the link, share it around. That is also a very big help. But thank you all so much for watching. That is all for tonight, guys, and I will see you back here tomorrow for another video. Peace out, and remember the most important thing, guys: chase your dreams. I love you all.